When it comes to exceptional performance, there is a need of an exceptionally strong mind. Imagine being very disappointed in yourself, doubting everything you have done all your life, screaming, crying, and still needing to go and try again. Not only, you have to do it with your very best mindset within 3 hours. Welcome back to Mindset Analysis. Today we'll be talking about Geila Macià Martin, the new 15 years old that is dominating the youth climbing competition scene.
Okay, she has to balance, and now she's gonna run, and she catch it.
You were doubting. There's no doubting here. These kids are amazing.
As the daughter of two famous Spanish climbers, Geila started climbing at only 2 years old. She was, and still is now, trained by her mother, Martín, who also competed at the World Cup level. Despite winning various local competitions since very young, Geila started getting international attention when she climbed her first 8C at only 13 years old. At the age of 14, she qualified for the World Championships. However, while on the airplane to the USA, she had an attack of appendicitis. Of course, she had to be urgently operated and she ended up missing out on her first World Cup level competition. When I was hired as Geila's mental coach, I thought my job would have been to assist her overcome the emotions that derived by the grief of losing all the hard work she has done for that occasion. However, this was not the case. Right from the start, I was told that Geila recovered relatively fast from the situation. Soon after, she started training again with motivation and decided to come back stronger than before. This was the first time I noticed Geila was exceptionally resilient. Psychological resilience has been defined as the ability to cope mentally and emotionally with a crisis, or to return to pre-crisis status quickly. With crisis, we intend any psychologically relevant stressor, from bullying to divorcing, from having a miscarriage or an abortion to taking care of someone having a mental disorder. And of course, resilience plays a crucial role in protecting towards traumatic, life-threatening events as well. However, we really should remind ourselves that adversity is part of each of our lives. And for someone like Geila, who has been living her life training 4 to 5 times a week for that competition, that was a crisis. My role as a mental coach was to help Geila perform at her best during the next competitions. Therefore, what I did was rely on her ability of being resilient to help her manage setbacks. Geila's resilience relies on her ability to change on demand her emotions and moods. Not all her rounds were perfect. For someone aiming for gold, 4th place can feel like a failure. However, in the few hours that separated semi-finals from finals of the European Championships, I have seen Geila change from being anxious, shaken, insecure, crying, screaming, swearing, and being able to eat from nervousness, to calming down, eating again, relaxing, sleeping, and following to feeling calm, confident, psyched, and ready to get her first place back. A real rollercoaster of emotions. So, how do we learn to be more resilient? Because yes, it's a skill. Here are my 3 tips. Choose carefully where you select information. Focus on what is in your control to change. For example, Geila decided to focus on the fact that there was no competition style boulder in the round, her forte, and it would probably show up in the finals. You don't have to pretend you're happy about it, but it's important that you accept the good that can come from adversity. Second, ask yourself, what I'm doing is helping or harming myself? At times it's hard to be kind to ourselves. This is why practicing self-compassion helps in becoming more resilient. Finally, be mindful that adversities happen. Suffering is part of the human experience. Knowing this makes you feel less discriminated against the tough times or injustices that can happen in life. Despite the immense pressure of having to wait for 1.5 years to compete in her first World Championships, Geila was able to win a silver medal in bouldering and a bronze medal in lead. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. We talked about self-compassion in this video. If you arrived until here, you will probably find my video on Stefano Ghisolfi and self-compassion interesting. Check it out. I'll see you in the next video and stay psyched.